Good day. Welcome to news updates on Clevenard TV. Here are the major stories. Again, three-story building collapses in Ibadan. INEC releases report on suspended Rivers State governorship and House of Assembly elections. New Zealand mosque shootings. New Zealand mosque shooting suspect appears in court. The news in details. Barely 2 days after a building collapsed at Itafaji on Lagos Island and dispatched many souls to their early graves, another three-story building under construction has collapsed at Shogoye in Bode area of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The building reportedly came down at 5:54 p.m. when site workers were preparing to round up the day's work. At the time of filing this report, 4 among the workers had been rescued while many of them were still trapped. Rescue operation led by Oyo State Fire Service was ongoing at the time of filing this report, but they seem not to have necessary equipment to rescue the trapped victims. The incident led to an untraceable traffic smog for motorists moving from Idiarere towards Molete and those going from Molete end towards Idiarere, as well as those from Oke-Ado axis and Adeyemo layout in Molete area for some hours. We gathered few minutes after the building collapsed. Some of the trapped workers were said to have made calls through their mobile phones for help. A middle-aged man who simply introduced himself as Sikiru Adegoke said, "I live in Bode area, and when I heard about the building collapse, I rushed to the scene. On getting there, I discovered that some of the trapped workers under the rubble were still making calls. I could hear their voices very well, but there was nothing I could do to get to where they were and help them out." Some people the victims called on phone also rushed to this place, but on getting there, they called their numbers back. The phones were ringing, but there was no response. The Independent National Electoral Commission has said it will continue collation of results in Rivers State. Although no dates were immediately assigned for the resumption of electoral process, the commission said it would, on March 20th, make available a detailed plan on how the exercise would continue in earnest. The collation of results and other activities for Rivers State governorship and other state parliamentary elections were suspended on March 10th, following widespread reports of violence and other forms of intimidation that prevented electoral officers from seemingly performing their roles. The commission said Nigerian soldiers and some armed gangs contributed to the changing atmosphere that made it difficult for electoral officers to continue with collation at the state INEC headquarters in Port Harcourt, the state capital, prompting the suspension of all electoral process on March 10th. The postponement drove a wedge between political parties and INEC, with the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressive Congress warning against subversion of the people's will at the ballot box. A host of local and international observers said intimidation of electoral officers by soldiers were observed in Rivers State election, a development they said undermined the process. The Nigerian army swiftly rejected the allegations, saying those found disrupting ballots were not soldiers but gangs in military fatigue. An Australian man accused of killing 49 people in a New Zealand mosque was remanded in custody after appearing in court Saturday morning local time. Breton Harrison Tarrant, aged 28, did not enter a plea when he appeared in Christchurch District Court, charged with the murder of one person who was killed in Friday's attacks in the most populous city on New Zealand's South Island. The police will allege the suspect was equipped to continue with police stops when police stopped him. According to Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, police still have two other people in custody they arrested in connection with the attacks, but they released a fourth person. The offender was mobile. Ardern said at a press conference there were two other firearms in the vehicle that the offender was in, and it absolutely was his intention to continue with his attack. Police said more charges were likely to be laid. Tarrant is due to appear again on April 5. Chinese company returns to Nigeria after election scare. Following their leave during the general election, a Chinese firm handling the construction of Lagos-Ibadan rail project has returned on site to continue construction. The company, China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, has returned from election break, according to the Minister for Transportation, Rotimi Amechi. Amechi, who spoke on Friday, explained that it was part of the procedure of the company to abandon projects on site when there was an election. He, however, admitted that the government was not aware of such policy until now. He added that efforts were being geared up to ensure the completion of civil works on the Abeokuta to Ibadan section of the project before the return of rainy season. He said, "We are pushing that they complete the civil works on the Abeokuta to Ibadan rail line before the rain, and they have promised that by the time we come on March 28th, they would have gone far with the civil work. We are pushing that by the first to second week in April, they should be very close to Ibadan with the track laying." Clevenard Open Project is organizing an event named PIFAD. PIFAD is an acronym for Proper Integration for Africans in Diaspora. This is an avenue for Africans to portray their African culture, African delicacies, African attires to the rest of the world. This event will help bridge the gap between Africa and Europe. This event will come up on the 27th of April 2019, and we are all invited. That's all we have for you on News Update on Clevenard TV. But before we go, let's take a look at the major story. Another three-story building collapses in Ibadan. INEC releases report on suspended Rivers State governorship and House of Assembly elections. New Zealand mock shooting suspect appears in court. That's all we have for you. I am Habib Babarinde. Thanks for watching.